It's our life.
Yeah.
"大家好，这是无爱问为什么，什么都想问的晶晶。Spiritual is not religion.
It's our life.
Yeah.
That's how I think of it. When you were asking me a question, how you asked the question, how did you get involved in spirituality?
Yeah.
And I really cannot say with any certainty that there was a day where I woke up and say, okay, now I want to be spiritual.
Yes.
And the reason for that is because I grew up in Bulgaria. I'm Bulgarian, Australian, Taiwanese. And in Bulgaria, spirituality is part of everyday life.
Wow.
And one thing is we have these very thin candles and we just light them for everything. We just, okay, today we have to celebrate somebody bought a car. Okay, I'll light a candle and say thank you. Somebody die, I'll light a candle and say goodbye. Somebody has a health problem. It's a little bit like the incense, but we light a candle. And this whole thing is part of our consciousness that what is a spiritual life? It's a life that you live beyond your little ego. You have an awareness that you are part of an ecosystem that is a grand web of life, and you understand that you are just one tiny little part of that grand story of existence, of the grand web of life. The purpose of your life is to make a good contribution based on your special skills and talents and abilities and circumstances. That you're here to share what you've had to learn. And all of these things, I grew up with these kind of values.
Wow, this is
without going to a church, a temple, or reading scriptures. That's how we practice at home, being kind, being generous, being welcoming, not doing to other people what I don't want to be done to me, which is about good karma. And if you look at it, all wisdom traditions share the same stories and the same wisdom and the same teachings. And that is a foundation on which to create your own unique spiritual life.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the candle didn't have any special color, or
they're just they're made from wax, like beeswax, and we light them in church, but you can also light them at home. And everybody has them, a drawer with these little candles. That's one thing. I mean, there are many in Bulgaria, for example. There are festivals for spring. There are festivals for for wine. There's festivals for all sorts of things. And
just like something like a daily life, something in the life.
And because spirituality evolved as part of the way people also live their lives, and revolves around the seasons and etc. etc. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I think the ones in Taiwan, I think beside the religions, there is nothing
like that.
I think this one is really good also to share the people how to in their daily life. This is kind of also sending the blessing, grateful or something, or also it's the way to express. I don't know how to say expressing something, release something, or embrace something. I think in Taiwan also lack of this thing, especially right now. Taiwan is not in the a debate. I don't think so. It's a advanced country. I think it's just in the between.
In between. It's in between.
But I think in the between, I don't know when we'll go to advance. But in between, I think also it's the good to people to learn this grateful things. Also
To be grateful. To appreciate what they have.
Yes. Like when you say about that, I was also learning during the time. I also learning write down the grateful diary. Like every day, I write down 5 things.
Yes.
And I start feel, oh my God, actually, and I feel fulfilled. How to say? Full.
Yeah, full. I teach this when somebody is complaining and this is not working. I say, what are you grateful for? I don't know. And I said, well, do you get the MRT? Yes, I get the MRT. Then be grateful for the MRT. How can I be grateful for the MRT? It says, well, be grateful that it's clean, be grateful that it comes on time, be grateful that it's fast, be grateful that it's safe, be grateful that it's convenient, be grateful that it can take you from A to B. Already have 6 things to be grateful for.
Yeah,
like that. And somebody said, should I be grateful for my car? I said, of course. You can.
Of course. I do that too.
You can be grateful for anything. And then you realize, oh my God, all of these services have been created so I have a convenient life.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. Like actually so many things can be grateful. So many things. Even the table right now, this one.
Somebody created some,
everything.
When we change the way we look at things, they start to change meaning and start to change their value. You can say, oh, this is just a box of paper, or you can say, this is something that will transform my life. There are 2 ways of looking at this. Oh, this is just a table. No, this is a lovely place where we meet and have a podcast.
Yes. 也欢迎大家分享我的频道，并且支持我的赞助计划。你们的每一份支持都是我继续前行的动力哦，也让我有机会可以邀请更多的来宾来和大家分享他们的故事。再次感谢大家的支持咯，期待下次见咯 ，See you。